Today I will reveal the secret to achieving ultra crispy and tender General Tso's chicken in just 30 minutes. Even if you are a kitchen novice without a wok, you can easily create this Chinese iconic dish at home. Dive into the key ingredients and techniques that give that unbeatable crunch, and learn how to make that perfect sauce which elevates the flavor even more. And let's start with the ingredients you will need to marinate the chicken. Traditionally we are looking at chicken breast or thigh, but today I want to test chicken fillet. You will need 1 pound of it. You will also need a teaspoon of Shaoxing wine, an essential in authentic Chinese cooking, a tablespoon of water, a hint of salt, about 1/4 teaspoon, a sprinkle of ground black pepper, a teaspoon of aromatic sesame oil, and for some crunch and aesthetics, a teaspoon of toasted sesame seeds, a tablespoon of all-purpose flour to bind our flavors, and finally 1/4 cup of cornstarch to give our chicken that iconic crispy coating. Now let's talk chicken. First, do you see this white part? It's a tendon which is unchewable. It runs straight through the entire fillet, so we need to remove it. And it is not difficult at all. There are many methods like holding with a paper towel and sliding a fork along it, but what I do is simply press the tendon to the cutting board using my thumbnail and carefully run the knife alongside the tendon. I'm not really cutting, but more like scraping it off. The chicken fillet is very delicate. Be careful, don't turn it into mush. Now let's cut it into approximately 1-inch pieces, ensuring each piece will get enough flavor and coating. We need to marinate the freshly cut chicken pieces next. Get a bowl, pour in the Shaoxing wine, water, salt, black pepper and sesame oil. Stir a little and add the chicken. Mix it until the chicken absorbs all the liquid and flavor. If you are versed in Chinese cooking, you might ask, no baking soda? Typically it softens meat by changing its pH, making it tender, but our fillet is already tender, so we skip it. And yet for drier chicken breasts, a pinch of baking soda can work wonders for tenderness. Lastly, mix in the sesame seeds, flour and cornstarch, making sure each piece is well coated. Set it aside and let those flavors melt together. Shifting gears, let's dive into the soul of our General Tso's chicken, the sauce. Start with a 1/3 cup of low-sodium chicken stock, the foundation of our sauce. Opt for homemade if you have it. The depth of flavor is unparalleled. Add in a teaspoon of dark soy sauce for that rich color and deeper soy profile. For saltiness, throw in a tablespoon of regular soy sauce. Now, to balance the savory, add in 3½ tablespoons of brown sugar, offering the dish its signature sweetness. And to round it all off, a splash, 1/2 teaspoon to be exact, of rice wine vinegar for that zesty kick. Combine these ingredients well in a bowl or a measuring cup, ensuring that each element is well integrated, and set it aside. This sauce will soon melt with our chicken and veggies. Moving on to our vibrant greens, broccoli. It is not just a sidekick in this dish, it adds a splash of color and a nice crunchy texture. We need 3 cups or about 250 grams. We cut off the florets so that they are slightly larger than the chicken pieces, approximately 1½ inches. Take a pot with enough water to completely cover all the broccoli and bring it to a lively boil. Add your broccoli florets into this bubbling cauldron. Now, it's all up to your preference. Do you like your broccoli with a bite or more on the tender side? Blanch for 30 seconds if you lean towards a crunch, or let it soak in for a full minute if you prefer them a tad softer. Once done, drain these green juice in a colander. Now, here is a pro tip. To lock in that vibrant green shade, you might want to give the broccoli a quick dip in a nice bath. It stops the cooking instantly and preserves that bright hue. But hey, if you are out of ice or just want to keep things simple, that's totally fine too. Your dish will still look and taste amazing. Set your drained broccoli aside and let's move on to the next step. Alright, let's get to the heart of this dish. Deep fried chicken. Start by heating your frying oil in a small yet deep pot, aiming for a temperature of 335 F or 170 C. I'm not keen on using a ton of oil, it almost feels wasteful tossing it out later, but here's a hack. Opt for a smaller pot, keep the oil level to half the pot or even as low as 2 inches, and fry in more batches. This is why you waste less oil and avoid any dangerous overflows. If you want to cook more chicken faster, then use more oil and bigger pot. If you have a bit more time, then use less oil and smaller pot. And if you are finding this content helpful, please give it a thumbs up. It helps YouTube share this video with a wider audience. Before dropping them in, make sure each piece of chicken is well coated with the butter and sesame seeds. Do this in small batches, allowing the chicken to float atop the shimmering oil. And always be gentle when lowering the chicken into the hot oil, and try to space them out a bit, we don't want any clumps. If any pieces have stuck together, carefully separate them using tongs. Fry until they turn a light golden brown, roughly around 5 minutes. Transfer your golden nuggets to a wire rack or a plate lined with paper towels to drain that excess oil. Now, a key here is to maintain that oil temperature. Trust me, you will want a thermometer on hand. The temperature drops each time you add a new batch of raw chicken, so be vigilant. After the first fry, you will notice the chicken might seem a bit soft. That second fry, that's your ticket to restaurant-style crispiness. And again, deep frying truly is king here. This time you can add many more pieces at once since the chicken has much less moisture, meaning the oil won't cool down as much. Plus, the coating has already been fried, so the pieces won't stick together. Aim for 3 to 5 minutes this time, ensuring that extra crispiness we all crave. But watch closely, we don't want any burnt bites. You might be wondering, why deep fry? Well, for General Tso's chicken, it is the traditional method and absolutely unmatched. Baking or pan frying, they simply won't cut it. Also, I might experiment with an air fryer one day to see how it measures up against this classic. And now let's compare a piece fried once to a piece fried twice. The difference is clear. The piece fried once is slightly softer and the crust isn't as crispy, but it is still very tasty. The one deep fried twice has a richer color, and you can tell the crust is super crispy. Let's see just how crispy it is. Well, you get the idea. Moving on to the star of the show, the sauce. This is where all the magic happens. Traditionally, you should use a wok, but a standard pan will still serve you well, especially that we're not stir-frying anything this time. We just need to fry our sauce a bit. Prepare all the ingredients first, as you need to be attentive when making the sauce. We need 5-6 dried red peppers, 2 cloves of garlic, and I just hate mincing garlic, it always takes so much time. Recently I started using microplane for this and it works just fine. Also, we need 2 teaspoons of Shaoxing and cornstarch slurry. To make it, simply mix 2 tablespoons of cornstarch with 2 tablespoons water. Place a pan on medium heat and drizzle in a tablespoon of oil left after deep frying. Toss in those dried chilies, letting them sizzle for about 5 seconds. Follow that with a burst of fragrance by adding garlic and Shaoxing wine. Everything fine. Everyone is alive and well. Let's try again. Place a pan on medium heat and drizzle in a tablespoon of oil left after deep frying. Toss in those dried chilies, letting them sizzle for just about 5 seconds. Follow that with a burst of fragrance by adding garlic and Shaoxing wine. Now, pour in the General Tso's chicken sauce we prepared earlier. Let it heat, coming to a gentle simmer. This is when you introduce the cornstarch slurry. Stir it in and watch as the sauce thickens, taking on a glossy sheen. And now, the grand finale. Tumble in the crispy chicken and blanched broccoli. Gently toss, ensuring each piece gets a good coating of that delightful sauce. If you see that not all of the sauce has adhered to the chicken and broccoli and it is watery, remaining at the bottom of the pan, you can try pushing the chicken and vegetables to the side and add a little more cornstarch slurry to the sauce. This will help. And voila, your General Tso's chicken is ready. Plate and serve immediately with steamed rice. Home-cooked meals made with our own hands are always the most delicious. They surpass any restaurant dish because, besides using quality ingredients and cooking specifically for ourselves and our family, there is also that sense of accomplishment. This feeling is especially strong with Chinese cuisine. I'm not sure why, maybe because I had several bad experiences with Chinese restaurants. In short, this General Tso's chicken turned out to be absolutely fantastic. At first glance, it might seem and look complicated, but as you have just witnessed, there is nothing too challenging about it. The dish comes together in just 30 minutes, maybe a tad longer. For those who watch till the end, I will tell you in on a little secret. This is actually the first time I have ever made this dish. I have never even deep fried chicken before, so you can definitely do it too. Bon appetit, be sure to watch my next video, it promises to be equally intriguing and delicious. Peace.